Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything. You just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it, got it.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Looking for Love, the #1 podcast for Generation X, baby. We're here every week to bridge the gap between Generation X men and Generation X women so that we can stop trying to divide the genders and we can get it together. My name's Trey Kearney. I am your host, and this is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And we just come on and we just talk about things. We have our first segment, which is, oh no, I didn't even put up the segments today. Or the outline. You're supposed to catch this. You're supposed to hold on. We're gonna leave it like this today, I guess. This is what we're doing. We got our segment, so y'all gonna have to just deal with us today. We have our segment where we answer our audience questions, and we have our segment where we do what would you do? That is our audience questions. And we do a Beauty and the Beast segment where we do a health and wellness segment. Let's sip on it where we have our celebrity relationship talk, not gossip, just celebrity relationship talk, because y'all asked for it, so we give it to you. And then we do our final thought for the night. So we are going to get started because the time goes way too fast and our viewers have way too many questions. Y'all got issues. Y'all got issues. So let me just get my glasses.
Let's go.
Question. I forgot all about our branding. So you good with this?
I'm good. We're good.
You're right. So we're gonna have to tell y'all.
It's throwback. It's throwback today. It's all good.
It's throwback. But if you just tuned in and we don't have our branding, this is Looking for Love, the #1 podcast for Generation X. So our first question is, she's been separated and hasn't seen her husband in 6 years. Filed for divorce last year. Is still pending. We have been going on dates. She likes me. I like her. Any advice?
Let her get a divorce first. Liking somebody, they still married. You're like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing, dog?
He said it's been 6 years. She hasn't seen him in 6 years.
I mean, it sounds like it's just a formality. It's not like she's caught up on him, but I mean, you got to get divorced at some time, people. You can't stay married. So it's like,
that sounds suspect to me, though.
Like, I've run across people that they just leave each other. They don't get divorced, which, I mean, I guess it's a financial thing too, but I don't think divorces cost that much. I mean,
I don't want to deal with nobody that don't complete what they're supposed to complete. Complete that, and because I don't want to hear nothing. Just at the end of the day, if something happened, your wife is still your wife or your husband's still your husband. They still get to call the shots. If you end up in the hospital and I'm dating you and you ain't seen me in 6 years, and then when the people in the hospital look up the name and they see the husband is you or the wife is you, and they looking at me and your husband come and say, I don't want him at the hospital. And it's just a whole mess. People think that marriage doesn't matter. That piece of paper, let me just say this. That piece of paper has a lot of power when it comes to, at the end of the day, somebody making a decision for you who wants to be a butthole, who ain't seen you in 6 years. We've heard these horror stories. Mm-hmm. Listen, my mother was with my stepfather for 20 years, longer than 20 years. And he was still married to his ex-wife. And he died of a heart attack in the bed with my mother. Mm. He was a police officer and a veteran. And guess what my mother got? Nothing. Can you guess? Nothing. She got left flat broke with nothing. Couldn't even pay the rent in the apartment. And his ex-wife, who he had not been with for 20-something years, because he had been with my mom since I was like 6, and he died when I was 25. And she came, got his pension, his benefits, his benefits from the Army. He was a veteran. She got everything. They presented her with the flag at the funeral. It was just heartbreaking. Wow. So people think that piece of paper don't mean nothing, but it means everything at the end of the day. Even if they snatch my mother's dignity.
Yeah, you got to. Both parties have to tie up all loose ends before you start anything new. So it's just the right thing to do. Sometimes just do the right thing. If you're not with that person anymore, you don't want to reconcile, then just get the divorce.
Finish it.
Yeah,
Finish it. So, brother, and this is a grown man. This is a grown. We are people, and I'm assuming everybody that writes in now knows that we are for Generation X. So we are talking to people over 45.
Right.
And I'm starting to think when I see, and I'm not knocking anybody because I know everybody wants advice before they move forward, but sometimes common sense is just common sense. Like you're a 50-something-year-old man, and I get it, and you like her, but don't get to the point where you get sucked into something that you can't get yourself out of.
Right.
So when things are complete and done, then it's okay. And that was another question we had. Is it ever okay to sleep with a married person?
No.
This is another question. This is question number 2. But they was in line with each other, so I said, let me just lump them together.
Yeah,
it's never okay.
Nah, it's never okay.
Never. It's not. If a person is married, you're committing adultery. Even both people are doing something wrong. Now, if you want to soothe your own soul and say this person ain't been with him for 6 years, or this person they've been separated, or they struggling through a divorce, I would just advise everybody, you don't want to step in that mess because people need to heal after a divorce. I don't care if you haven't seen him in 6 years. There's some things you're going to learn about yourself that you might want to be, she might want to be free, brother. When that divorce is final, she might look at you and be like, listen, I need to do me for a minute. And now you like her and she like you. But when that divorce papers is final and she free to be out in the streets.
Well, hopefully she's got through all of that after 6 years. So, I mean, it's just, to me, it sounds like a formality. And I mean, depending on where they are, I don't know how long they've been dating, but I mean, push her to do the right thing. You know, it's on her. It's on her. It ain't on you. It's on her. So,
yeah. So if she wants to move forward, then hey, let her move forward. There we go.
There we go.
We just don't have a name. Yeah, so if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. So click the subscribe button, click the share button, and make sure you click the bell for notifications. If you want to advertise with us, you can send us an email at info@newunationnetwork.com. info@newunationnetwork.com. We got eyes on your customers. We got your people, and they trust us. So you let us know if you want to get your products, books, t-shirts, items, programs out there, and we got you. So we're going to get to our question. Okay.
Already.
I don't know why these people make me read this stuff, but I'm going to read it because it's my job. This is my job. Let me just adjust my glasses. It tastes different. I think my wife is dipping out on me. She always has an attitude. She makes excuses to get out of sex, tries to go places alone. She sits in her car on the phone, claims it's her mom. And the main thing is she tastes different and smells different down there. I'm thinking about tracking her, but before I do that, any suggestions?
If you got to go through all of that, you already suspect what she's doing. So you doing all the tracking and all the, you already know. You've already gone through it. We talk about it all the time. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition will tell you what's going on. If it feels funny, something's going on. So yeah, I don't know about I'm not that type of guy. I'm not with the sneaky tracking, putting tags on you and all that other stuff. I'm just gonna straight up ask you, like, what's
an invasion of privacy?
Yeah, I just don't have time. That's just too much energy to be doing all that. So if I already suspect or feel like you're doing something, I'm gonna sit you down and talk to you about it. It's like, listen, what are we doing? And I don't know how long they've been married or what they doing or nothing like that. But
my wife, I think my wife is different out on me.
Yeah, it's his wife, but I mean, you don't know how long.
He said it smells and tastes different. I don't know what that means.
If she's sitting in the car and she's talking to people, and those are just all suspect behavior. It's just, I don't understand why people.
When a woman, I don't know, I don't put my head between women's legs, but when a man, does the woman have the same smell all the time? I mean, I only know about my own vagina, but if it smells,
you can definitely. you can definitely know when something's not right. I mean, if he's been with her a long time, I'm sure he's used to it tasting and smelling a certain way. And if something's different, I would hope that if she's, let's just say she is cheating. Why in the hell you out here having unprotected sex? I don't understand that. That's
what people be doing.
That is.
But the truth of the matter is, people are out here having unprotected sex. That's why we see all these break babies, Dwayne Wade. This is why we see these people that have babies outside of their relationship. Like if you're gonna be out here doing all of these things, why would you even risk not only your health, but why would you risk having a kid? And just, bro, this is my thing. If I can't trust you in any aspect of my life, that's friend, foe, family, I'd rather have an enemy that I know is my enemy than a person laying next to me that I can't trust. Right. Just be real with me. But if I already feel like I'm getting ready to track you, I'm getting ready to put a tag on you to see where you going, and then what you gonna do when you track her and she going somewhere? What you gonna do?
I mean, you see it on Instagram. People show up and this and that. I just don't have that energy, man. Like, if you don't want to be with me, don't be with me. If you're cheating, then let's sit down and let's figure it out. Let's break this shit up, because I'm not ready to be going crazy. I seen a lot of that as a kid when my parents broke up, and I'm like, I'm never doing that stuff. And it was just.
I seen a lot of that in my 20s and my 30s for myself.
Right.
Outside people's houses in my car, and you trying to figure out. I'm not at this age. Oh no, you know what I'm not gonna do is try to figure out what you doing. We good until we not good. I'm gonna trust you 100%. But when I get to this point where I gotta go through your phone, when I get to the point where I gotta start questioning myself, I always say this. People say, when is a relationship over? And I say, when it becomes your job. Relationships take work, right? When it becomes your job, when you become the CIA and the FBI, when you got to look under floorboards and cars and go through phones and calling people and checking stuff and tracking, it has become your job. You can't even focus on the things that really matter, because trying to figure out this relationship has become your job. Relationships take work. Somebody need to hear this tonight. They take work. You need to do what as a husband, you need to buy your wife flowers. You need to be kind to each other. You need to be understanding. Y'all need to have sex. Relationships take work. When they become your job and it starts to alter and interfere with your regular life, you got a problem on your hands. Either y'all need to go to counseling, bro, but you don't need to track her. This is just my thought.
Yeah, I wouldn't track her either.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Y'all need to go, if you still want to be with her, y'all need to go to counseling, because even if she had protected sex, would a condom, like the different rubber, make you smell or taste different? No.
Shouldn't.
Oh, I don't know.
Unless she's, I don't know it, but I mean, she might be, I don't know, she might be foul. She might be doing something and not cleaning the area from the last guy. So that's, right. You got a bigger problem of those type of things are going on. So
yeah, and if her vaginal bacteria is being knocked off, right? And this is for women who are listening and men listening. When a woman's vaginal, a lot of times they say you can't get a bacterial infection from a man. Yes, you can, because a man that's sleeping with another woman and he brings her bacteria, because if we need to be treated for a bacterial infection and a man that we was with and it's on his penis, soap ain't getting it off, because if that's the case, we could just use a douche and get it out. No, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? We could just use vinegar and water, right, and kill the bacteria. Clearly, bacteria has to be cleared with medication. So if she's bringing it from him because he's sleeping with other people, it's knocking her pH off, then you in trouble, bro, because that means that he's bringing another woman's bacteria to your wife's vagina, and she's coming to you and it's smelling and tasting different. And I don't know what you mean by that. Is it a fishy smell, or, no, seriously, or is it just a different twang? I don't know, but there's different things that you have to be concerned about if it's bacteria or whatever. Maybe she got a yeast infection. Like, it could be different things. So you definitely need to sit down and tell her something going on down there. That's my concern.
Yeah.
And I'm putting my face down there. I'm putting my mouth down there, and it ain't, it's smelling.
You know what? I don't know if men know is that you can, if a woman has a yeast infection, you can pass it back and forth with her. You know, you like if she treats herself and you don't treat yourself, you can still pass it back and forth. So, you know, it's very common. And like I said, he understands something is not right. So first, he needs to ask her about it and just kind of like, listen, this is the behavior I've been seeing. And this is what I noticed that you're a little different down there. What's going on? You know, like we need to really talk about what's going on.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk now. Like you said, if a woman needs to be treated down there, her partner needs to be treated, because soap and water ain't washing off bacteria and different things. So have a talk with her, bro. And already the trust is broken. So y'all need to really, really seek counseling if you're going to move forward, to make, because if you're bugging, you're bugging. But if you're not, there's a whole problem there. So y'all need to talk about counseling anyway, because she is always have the attitude. She make excuses to get at y'all already in a trouble zone. So just get the help that you need, and hopefully it works out for you. Keep us posted. So send us an email, info@newunationnetwork.com after you have the conversation with her, and let us know what she says, if you want to. We ain't nosy like that, but we do like to know what happened in the end, I guess. I mean, I do. If you send me this email.
I want to know. I'd like to get some follow-up on some of these questions and see if people are, if it's getting better or is it getting worse? Or I mean, like, what's going on?
We not being nosy. We love y'all.
We're concerned. Concerned with family shit.
Stop it. Don't start. It's early. So if you just tuned in, we are doing What Would You Do? This is our viewers' questions. And if you would like to send us a question, you can send us a question at info@newunationnetwork.com, or you could DM me on Lamar on our social media. I'm Trey Kearney on Instagram. Lamar is
MAR_T_HALL13.
So if you feel more comfortable, DM Lamar. If you feel more comfortable, DM me. If you feel more comfortable emailing us anonymously, info@newunationnetwork.com. So we're going to get to our next question. Oh, out of his league. I've been seeing someone for a few weeks, maybe a month, but whatever. Okay. We met at a local spot, and from day one, the conversations were hot and heavy. We talked on the phone for hours, very sexual conversations. You could even call it phone sex. He bragged about his skills, and so did I. Finally, our schedules were free at the same time. Long story short, he put it in, I felt nothing, and it was over fairly quickly. I'm not one to waste time or energy. He thinks it was all that and wants to continue seeing each other. How do I break the news that this ain't it?
Don't tell him. Don't just ghost him. Don't do that, dude. Don't do it. Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance he's gonna deal with it like a grown man. So it's just best just to disappear. That's just my thing, you know, because no man is prepared for his ego to be like, hey, bro, you're not working with nothing. So that is not going to be a good.
But you don't think she should just go on another date? Like, maybe he just was excited, and you know, that first time, sometimes you're just excited. But
she said he put it in and she didn't feel nothing.
Maybe she's the problem.
Hot dog down the hallway. Hey, might not be.
I'm done for the night. That's it. I had enough of you. I can't with you no more. I can't. You be going.
I personally wasn't thinking about that till you said it, but you're right. It could be her.
Well, either way, the match, it's not going to get any better. But y'all could try others. Do you like this man, or was it just y'all started off on a sexual note? So she just wanted sex.
They made it very sexual, and she led with, he put it in. He's talking all this cash money, you know, I'm gonna break your back type thing, and then she's like, nah.
My back not broke.
I would just let it go because he thinks he's working with.
What if he keeps calling? Like, what's going on? And
they have this thing called block.
Oh no! But this is a problem. This is what I'm gonna say too. One thing don't do, right? Remember we said don't date anybody in your job, right? Don't eat what your mother say. Don't shit what you eat.
Yep.
Right. Don't date from local spots because you're gonna see him again. So I don't. If that's your Cheers, like you remember Cheers, everybody, where everybody knows your name. And I'm always glad you came. Don't date people there. Because if it don't work, you're gonna have to see old boy or old girl again. I go to a spot, I don't want to date nobody at that spot because I don't want to see you and you're gonna make me uncomfortable at the spot that we both cool at, and let's just be friends. And because she gonna have to say something because they met at a local spot. You gonna see him again.
She will.
Just say I met somebody else. Don't tell him his thing was a hot dog.
Yeah, don't tell him. Don't do that. I mean, just be. Hey, we're moving fast, got hot and heavy, you know, it's not working. I thought I was ready. I'm not ready. Anything but to say he wasn't working with what he was working with. Because
we don't want you to do that, but have a conversation. Be decent so when y'all see each other at the spot.
Let him down nicely. I mean, women know how to break up with men all the damn time. Shit, it ain't the first bed you done left alone in your life. I mean, just leave him alone.
Fellas. Can I say something to the fellas?
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, don't be bragging. Just don't brag. Let it be a surprise. So whether you win or lose, win, lose, or draw, just don't be telling nobody like Lamar said, I'm gonna break your back, and you done got this woman all prepared for something, and then you come in there and you just then disappointed. At least if you wasn't bragging, you might have been able to be like, it was my first time. I was excited. And
listen, modesty always works, you know. And then if you have a hammer, you don't have to brag about having a hammer. Just show up with the hammer.
Right. So, fellas, lesson here. If you're listening, please don't do that because we don't want to be disappointed at all because that is the most. I have to think it. I've never experienced a hot dog in the hallway, but. But I can't imagine how embarrassing that is to be with somebody and it come out and you just like, ugh, like, why did I? I've heard stories from women.
Not to that extent, but you know, when you get in that hokey pokey, you know, it's just kind of, you know, right foot in, right left arm. You know, stay away from the hokey pokies, guys. You know,
no. Oh no! Because maybe it was her. You know, we don't know which one of y'all it was. Y'all just not compatible.
It's a shared responsibility, and because both of y'all were doing so much talking, it's more pressure on him. So he didn't come with it. He didn't come with it. Stop talking.
Fellas,
stop talking.
Zip your lip. Show and tell. Show. Don't tell. Show. Don't tell. Maybe it was just a pebble.
Could be.
Just a pebble. Or maybe she just had a tunnel. You know, we don't know.
I mean, he might not be working with much, or she might be working with too much. So it's just like,
But again, what we want to do, and again, we're Gen X. We grown. What we want to do is we want to be kind and gentle to people.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to still see that person at the spot, because again, this is their local spot. They gonna see each other again. Ain't no need in tearing nobody down and making him feel some kind of way. Don't go talking about him in the neighborhood either, because we as women, we will talk about a brother. Be like, yo,
no, yeah, he's gonna get a nickname. With a girlfriends, he's gonna get a nickname. He's gonna change his.
He already got a nickname with them.
He already got a nickname.
We give nicknames.
Here comes Stubby. Here come Mr. I was gonna break your back. I'm joking.
Some little shoes.
I'm sorry if he's listening.
Here come little feet. I should have known by the size of his feet.
The nicknames is a killer, man. The nicknames is a killer. You don't want no nickname.
If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our first segment is What Would You Do? And this is our viewers' question. And we have, is that it for tonight? Because are we moving on?
Yeah,
oh, we got one more. Should we do one more?
One more?
Or should we?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, we'll do one more viewer question. One of my good friends is sleeping with a married man, which I've always been against, being that I am a married woman. We all know this man's wife because we went to school together. Most of us stayed in the same city. Our children have grown up together because we've been close since elementary school. His children did not grow up with our children because they went to private school. A couple of years ago, they put their children in public high school, and guess what? You guessed it, our daughters have become close friends over the last 2 years. Now invites are starting to intertwine. I've unintentionally become friends with the wife, and my husband has become close to the husband due to our daughters getting tight. My friend refuses to stop sleeping with him and has the nerve to be mad because I'm friends with the wife. How do I handle this?
Well, I mean, you already said you're not for the cheating, so stand on that and leave your friend alone. You know, if it comes down to morally, you said it. I mean, it's like don't condone it. I mean, just be like, listen, I'm not with it. I'm not gonna tell you secrets, but I'm not gonna be here for you like that.
I agree.
That's fair. I mean,
I totally agree. And shame on the husband, because now your husband has become friends with this man. And I'm sure, men don't go tell the other men I'm sleeping with. So your husband don't know that this man that he's befriended is sleeping with one of your good friends. So, and clearly you haven't told your husband, or have you?
It doesn't sound like it, but he still won't say anything if he knows. It's just that, you know, men are gonna be like, that ain't my problem. You know, it's like, y'all got to figure that out. But she, as a girlfriend, from girlfriend to girlfriend, she's got to stand on it. And if that's something you truly be like, listen, I'm not with it. You know, I'm not with it. Then you need to just say, I'm gonna take a step back from you until you figure this out. It doesn't mean we're not friends. I just don't want to be in this mess.
Yeah, that happened to me. Yeah, it happened to me when I was cheating on my husband.
Yeah, I remember you said that. You said your girlfriend was pretty adamant about that. So it's a good friend. It's a good friend.
She is. She was really, at the time, I didn't think so. Because, you know, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And I was just like, who are you to judge me? And she just was like, yo, you tripping. Like, and I can't tell you what to do because you are grown. And she didn't ever cut me off. She just, you know, separated herself. She slowly stopped going places with me. Like, I'm not going to play these games. You're a married woman. I'm not going to be your alibi. Like, this is crazy. You got a decent husband. But when the time came when I got my life together, and when my mother got sick, she showed right up. She was right at the hospital when we found out my mom was terminally ill. She was just like, don't none of that matter. I don't care what you do at this point. What do you need? Yeah, but even a better friend for risking losing me for a season. And I said this before, saved me from myself. Because a lot of people will yes man you to death right on off the cliff. So stand on your business, sis. And in the end, she'll appreciate it because one day she gonna be somebody's wife and she ain't gonna want nobody sleeping with her husband. And whatever got her there, and you're a good friend, so you probably know what got her there. So you just gotta tell her, I'm still cool, we still dinner, but I'm intertwined with this woman now because our daughters, you know, when your daughters are friends, you become friends as mothers. It's like almost inevitable, unless this woman was just a rotten seed and it doesn't sound like she's a bad person. So, and you have to tell your friend, I'm not choosing her over you. This is my life now. Our daughters are good friends. So they're coming. I'm dropping my daughter off at her house. She's dropping her daughter. You think that we ain't gonna stand on the porch and talk? You think that we're not gonna talk about sweet 16s in high school, slumber parties and the things that they do? So you just have to have two separate relationships with them until your friend gets herself together. And then tell her, I would never have you around this woman and her husband in my presence. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not going to allow that at my house. If they're coming to my house you can't come.
Well, I mean, it comes down to it is that if they become really good friends and they start having dinner parties and their couples and stuff like that, and then the husband will be like, "Well, what's up with your girl? Why your girl ain't been around?" You know, that's coming. You know, because he'll if y'all that close, he'll start paying attention. Like, why haven't they met them? You know, this is that. So it's coming. So,
and y'all got kids that grew up together. So her kids have to be friends with this woman's kids too, if they're all in high school together. So it worked for you while the kids was in private school, but now they are commingling. So what do your girl is wrong. Your girl needs to get her whole entire life together. And so does this man, his husband, because they both the problem. And this just me. This is just me. I will pull him to the side. And I will say to him, now I know that you know that I know that you sleeping with Kim or Becky or Kathy or Trey. You know that I know. And you have put all of us in a very compromising position. And if you value your marriage, you need to get it all the way together. Because he has to know that they're good friends. Because they all went to school together.
Yeah.
So you need to have a sidebar conversation. Like, I'm very uncomfortable with your wife and your daughter. The position that you're putting me in.
Right.
I don't want to see this for them. Your family is wonderful to me. Our daughters are friends. Like, you have to really get yourself together if your friend's not going to do it. And then after that, take your hands off of it. It is very messy.
It's all around messy. It's like,
then, like you said, her husband gonna start asking questions.
Oh, it's not gonna be much longer. I mean, I don't know what type of couple they are, but if they are getting the more friends they become with this other couple, I don't know how much the best friend was. I mean, but obviously he's gonna notice that she's not around.
And her kids are not around. Yeah, that's like my best friends, their kids, those are my nieces and nephews. Like they call me Auntie Tracy. Like they don't call me, we like aunt. Like, so you can't just cut her off, but you can't have her come around. Right. And y'all kids are starting to have stuff. Again, like I said, high school is a lot of mingling and sleepovers and, people dropping their kids off. We're going to have a sleepover for such and such sweet 16. And then both of them come together to drop their kid off and y'all standing face to face and you like, who do I invite? And it's funny, I'm thinking about somebody that had this problem. And
I just wonder what, so if the husband, if he knows, because he probably has a better view of the girl he's cheating with, he knows the friend. So the husband that's cheating knows more of what's going on. And he's just kind of said, like, why would you continue to engage with this woman when you know this is way too close to your house?
Because he didn't think that them kids was going to start being friends. Because
I'm saying, cut it. Be like, listen, this is too much. Like we way too, you intertwine in my life now. Our kids are hanging out and it's only going to be a matter of time before somebody puts 2 and 2 together. So, and they living in that.
People get their feelings in affairs. Like when they like each other, it's hard. We've been down that road. Like we've been with people and it's not as easy once you get yourself all in the mix. It's not as easy as saying, don't ever call me again.
Yes.
And then that tinkling comes along and you got that chemistry and that bomb booty or that bomb eggplant, whatever it is. And you like, I'm doing one more time. I'm going to do it one more time. Then I ain't going to do no more. I'm going to do it one more again. Because you like, I'm going to do it one more time. Then I'm going to stop. Then y'all see each other or somebody texts and you just like, I'm going to do it one more time.
He needs to stop all this right now.
He does.
I mean, if he's going to cheat, hey, to each his own. But don't be cheating that quick. It's like, what I mean? Don't be like all too close. Like I said, don't cheat.
But he thought that he had an ace in the hole because they weren't friends in high school. So when we grew up in high school, there were cliques, like me and my girls, and there were some girls we ain't fooled with. So we ain't never fooled with them, even now as adults. And I mean, if we see them somewhere, it's like, what's up? But we ain't never fooled with them. So it wasn't like And then me and my crew from high school, we still good friends after 40 something years. Like we cool, our kids, we grew up together. But them other girls we didn't deal with, we don't even deal with them on social media now or nothing. Like they wasn't our friends. So I don't think that he thought that this was gonna catch up with him. But it has.
I don't know how long they've been messing around, but I mean, you better, I don't know, you better do something quick because
the roosters coming to roost. No Diddy.
Hey, that's a whole nother mess right there, buddy.
Yeah, but the point is, what's done in the dark,
it's
gonna come to light.
Yeah, it's that whole scenario is about to get way worse. And I've been seeing little things, and they've been talking about like Kevin Hart and was it Mila Kunis and all these people that they starting to get wind of what's going on, and it's a lot of houses going to get broken up over these Diddy parties.
But this is the thing too, since we're talking about it. So thank you. That was our relationship. That was our what would you do segment. But since we're talking about it, we'll go to our celebrity sex segment. Let's go to let's sip on that.
I'm sipping on some water today.
Me too, because I had to get an iron infusion today because my iron is low. So I don't want to drink alcohol. So
what do they do with that? What's iron infusion?
They give you iron in the bag, like an IV drip, to bring your iron up faster than what the pills in the bottle will do. Because they put me on regular iron tablets, and it didn't bring my iron up the way they wanted it to over the last 6 months. They gave me an iron infusion, so I had to go get that this morning, and then they give you the bag of saline to push it through, and then it should bring my iron up. So I have to do another one in another week, and then they'll see where my iron is, and then they'll see if I need to be on the iron. Well, I will be back on the iron pills to just keep it regulated, because they just need to get it regulated first.
Okay. Good deal.
Okay. So let's sip on it. So we only gonna talk about Diddy briefly, and I just want to say this. I think that anything he did that was illegal, he should be dealt with, right? There should be consequences to his actions. But when did swinging become illegal? Like people get to be in orgies and swinging, grown people.
I think it's in a case where it gets a little questionable with your taping people, whether they know or don't know, whatever you're doing to coerce people, whether there's alcohol, drugs involved. I think that's where the area gets a lot gray. It's not necessarily, you definitely are grown and you can consent to do what you want, but it sounds to me like there's a lot of questionable activities of people that don't remember things, or they were taped without their consent. There's not, that brings up a whole nother problem. So it's like I said, the J-Lo's, I even heard Beyonce, there's a documentary coming. 50 Cent sold a documentary to Netflix about Diddy.
Right, I know he did, but what's true and what's not true? This is what's I'm just tapping out of it on social media, because there's so much. Every picture that comes up is like, oh, see, they was there and they was there, and they also I was in the entertainment business for a long time at celebrity parties. All celebrities go to celebrity parties. All celebrities. So those parties where you're seeing pictures of people at the celebrity parties that media outtake and different outlets the photographers came to take pictures of the stars, because that's what they do. Mm-hmm. Now, we didn't see no pictures from the freak offs or the whatever. Now, if we see a picture of some people naked or whatever, that's a different story. But all of the speculating right now of any picture of any person that's with Diddy is crazy to me, because some people were at his party, just hanging at his party. Like, all right, see you later, dude. It was good to see you. Some people was there for 5 minutes to just show their face because he asked them to come through. So we got to stop acting crazy and just really speculating on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not suspect. and everybody is just posting whatever they can to get clicks right now, and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, and the bodyguards are talking. I mean, everybody's talking.
The snitches,
the former artists, they're talking. What was the group that what was the guys that he made go get the cheesecake and all that? Those guys.
Making it a band.
Was it 26 days? What was it?
Day 26.
Day 26.
Day 26.
So that I saw one yesterday where a guy was talking, and he said that they actually, when they went to go get that cheesecake, it was for Beyonce. Said she was upstairs.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said. Jay said she was upstairs, and Diddy's told them to go get a cheesecake for her. That's what one of the guys said. I saw it yesterday. So,
what?
Did you see the thing where LL Cool J?
Oh, you froze on me.
Yeah, my computer's trying to restart, so you're gonna lose me for like 2 minutes.
I can see you now. Go ahead. So Lamar will be back, but listen, this is my problem with the whole Diddy thing, is that everything is not what it seems. Everybody should be dealt with accordingly. If whatever they did or however they behaved, everybody should definitely be held accountable for what they've done. But I don't think all of it is true. So we have to be careful and mindful of what we're promoting and what we're saying and what we're wishing on people. And also, let's remember this, and I want to say this to everybody, because I saw a post from Quincy, from Kim Porter's oldest son, how this is affecting them as children. And I want us as a community of Black people, I want us to be mindful of those children and their mother. Their mother is not here to defend herself. So even anybody who purchased a book that was not verified that it was Kim Porter's words, I'm not going to say shame on you, but shame on you. Those kids have the right to privacy, to have the right to respect for their mother. Whatever y'all say about Diddy, but this woman is not here to defend herself. And I think it is really disgusting the way that people are not considering these young people. And with the thought of depression, anxiety, and suicide amongst young people, I think we have to be really careful what we're saying about their mother and their father. But I know that y'all don't want to have no mercy for him, but I have mercy for the children. And if it was me in the situation, I wouldn't want all these things to be going on and affecting my children. So I just ask you guys, like Quincy said in his letter on social media, I just ask you guys to be kind and considerate to the children, and to understand that they have nothing to do with this, even if they were a part of some of the parties, right? Because people are saying about his son, well, like father, like son, and all of that other stuff. You listen, we have all been influenced by our parents, each and every one of us. They are our blueprint. Your mother was your blueprint, your father was your blueprint, whoever raised you. So if they got caught up in the web, let's give them some grace and mercy, because they were only doing what they thought was normal, right? Y'all know I talk about this stuff because I grew up in a very, very, nothing like this, but I grew up in a very dysfunctional environment, in a very dysfunctional home where there was drugs, alcohol, and a lot of people in and out, and a whole bunch of stuff. And I thought for many, many years that was normal. I really thought that drinking all the time was normal, because that's what my family did. That's what everybody did. So when we look at these children and the things that they thought were normal by the way that they were raised, let's have some grace and some mercy that they're learning now that, oh, that's not normal. That's not what everybody does. And lay off of the children, because I am big on, we are not going to tear the kids up. So, and even Usher and Justin Bieber, we really need to take some time to pray for them, because we don't know what this whole thing is. And let's leave the verdict to the jury, and let's not jump on this bandwagon and tear people apart. And I say this often: what you think, what you say, and what you do is a boomerang that's coming back to find you. So the words that you speak, the thoughts that you have, and the actions that you take are coming back to find you. So when you start judging anybody, Diddy or whoever, mind your business. Just mind your business. So that is that part of the celebrity. Let's sip on it. We have another part to the segment, but I'm going to see if we get Lamar back. And if not, I'll go on to that segment. But if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and then make sure you hit the bell for notifications when we come on live. So I'm going to give my Beauty and the Beast, my health tip of the week, and maybe we'll get Lamar back in. And my health tip of the week is listen to your body. Listen to your body. When your body is telling you something, when you have pain, when you are exhausted, when you have headaches, don't just take it as a part of aging. Don't just take it as a part of aging. I need you to really go to your doctor and say, I don't want a Band-Aid for this. I want to fix it, because they will Band-Aid you up forever. Like, again, I just told Lamar I had an iron infusion today because my iron is very low. And if I didn't speak about it, I would just be running around because I've been extremely tired. My joints and my bones have been aching. So when your joints and your bones are aching and your body is telling you something, make sure you listen to your body and don't let nobody just tell you you need to drink some more fluids or whatever. If you know your body and you're feeling some kind of way, keep advocating for you. So my health tip of the week is listen to your body. So I'm going to get to our final segment again, which is let's sip on this. So this was sent to me, and I hate when people send me this kind of stuff, but y'all send me stuff, so I have to talk about it. This was sent to me today, and someone asked me what my opinion of this is, and I'm going to show you guys the video. And this is Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. And these are the photos that she puts up. And people wanted to know me and Lamar's opinion about married women who expose themselves. So I am going to say this, and a lot of people under her comments or under her post are praising her and saying, hey, you know, if you got it, you flaunt it. And I'm going to talk about this more back.
I'm back.
Hey. So we're back to our let's sip on a segment. So I'm going to pull up this video that I just showed them because people wanted to know our opinion on what we think about this. So let me just pull this up. Ooh. That's Gabrielle Union.
Oh, she's tripping.
So people wanted to know what we thought about married women, married celebrities who are exposing themselves. And what do you think about this that is going on in industry women?
I think what we have to do is that you really have to look at celebrities and understand how they are built. You've dealt with celebrities. I've dealt with them in my work field. They are different people. They need attention. So they want to be seen. They want to showcase themselves in some way. They like that type of thing with compliments and people accepting them, and that they need that. So I don't.
When we're looking at a married woman,
right? She's still a celebrity. So first and foremost, she's always going to be a celebrity. So her brand is Gabrielle Union means more. So that's what she has to keep pushing that objective out there. That's going to get her movies. That's going to get her everything and make her money. So being top of, that's why you see people do things and you're like, why are they doing this? They just try to keep themselves relevant. They got to be in this circle of loop to keep themselves going. So I'm not really surprised by any celebrity. And I'm not talking about a basketball player's wife. She was famous before she met Dwayne Wade.
Right.
So she has a brand. So for her to do that, it's kind of to be expected because that's who she is. That's what she needs. That's what she wants. That's how she makes her money. So not saying it's right, but Dwayne knew that when he married her. I mean, he had a wife that wasn't famous. He had a wife that didn't need attention like that. So
I just think that for me, as a woman of a certain age, that at a certain time we evolve in whatever profession we're in, right? At a certain age we evolve. We already know what Gabrielle looks like with no clothes on, because she's always outside with no clothes on. So where's the movie? Like you have stuff that you can be doing where you don't have to exploit yourself to stay relevant. Like you're a real actress. Like it's not like you're not a real actress. Everybody loved being Mary Jane. I never watched it because I wasn't, and that not because of her, but I didn't watch it because I don't watch TV. I stopped watching TV about, wow, it's been a long time. Whoa.
You don't watch no TV?
I don't watch TV. Every now and again, I watch something, like if somebody suggests something for me to watch, I'll watch it. But I just stopped watching TV because it was taking up too much of my time. But a lot of people loved. Go ahead.
You watch the news?
No.
So how do you know what's going on in the world?
When it's something important, my girls tell me. One of my friends, one of my good friends, my cousin keeps me up on politics. My cousin Margaret. Shout out to Margaret. Thank you so much, because she's into politics. That's her thing. Like she knows the policies. So I reach out to her, say, cuz, what's going on? What we looking at here? What's this person policy? So she tells me, she break down, this is what they said, this was going on. Then I have other friends who watch the news, like, and they tell me what's going on. I'm not a news person because my peace of mind is more important to me than what media is trying to push on me, because everything's not true. Then they're distracting us. And I'm just like, why did I even watch this today? Because that just depressed me. Like that just messed up my whole day.
Okay. I understand it. I tell people all the time, do not look at local news.
Right. And then you send me stuff.
Local news is no purpose. It absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
Everybody in my world is my news. Like you send me stuff about food. Like, look at this label. Yeah. Look at this ingredient.
I said you're getting your information. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna send you some more information. So
no, don't send me stuff. You know what I don't want to see. But you send me stuff.
I'm not sending you ghost stuff no more, but I'm gonna get you down this rabbit hole because you're already talking like it. So
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but I stopped watching TV. But Gabrielle Union, she has a following of people who like her acting. She wrote the book. Promote your book. Like, you don't have to do this. You are a wife and a mother. And I'm not saying that a wife and a mother can't be sexy, because I'm a mother. I was a wife. I'm gonna be somebody's wife. And certain things are gonna be for my man. That just for my man. And we see enough of this nakedness going on with these young women who are out here basically doing porn on TV, on videos. It's just soft porn, really. And that's soft porn. That's not art. Like, I mean, this is not.
That's not bad. I mean, the picture from the behind with her butt all out, that's a lot right there. Because
this is what I'm saying. Like, this is not.
What is that? What purpose does it serve?
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is for your husband. This is a picture that you should have blown up or sent to your husband.
She needs attention, though. She's that type of chick. She needs attention.
But you got attention. You got a whole husband that gives you attention.
That ain't enough. She needs the society attention. You know, this is like a Drea, like all these chicks, man. All of them, they all need attention.
They need validation, and I'm trying to understand what you need validation when you have proven yourself far and beyond that you have acting skills, that you have a skill. Like, what is that? Again, if this was a movie role and she had to be, in a sex scene, like, we get that. But just for you to be exploiting yourself on pictures on social media, it's just like, what are you getting out of this? So anyway, what do you guys think about that? And is it appropriate for a woman who is a married woman to be all over social media with her body out and expect to get respect? You dress the way you want to be addressed. And I was told this many years ago when I was in the music business, when I was going to meetings at record labels and things of that nature. They were like, dress the way you want to be addressed, or you're going to just become a joke in the industry. Right. So I didn't go to meetings half naked. It was like, nah, I wanted the men to respect me and not to think that I was coming up there to go on my back to get a song placed or whatever. So it was like, dress the way you want to be addressed. So is this the way that you want to be addressed? And then you see men under the comments saying inappropriate things. But what do you expect a man to say when you're naked?
But I mean, men are going to be men. But the whole thing is that Dwayne is not worried about those comments because he has created a lifestyle with this woman, and he knows that she needs that type of validation. That's why him and his first wife didn't work, because he's a celebrity, and it's hard. That's why we had a conversation a couple of weeks back. So why do guys keep jumping from the same chick? They all mess with the same chicks. And like I said, Gilbert Arenas broke it down, and I had to think about it. I was like, he's like, they understand the game. He said they're not going to run and tell the secrets and tell social media and this and that. So they understand it. So just because this guy's done with her, hey, I liked her too. I'm gonna pick her up too. So I don't have to retrain her. If I go find a young chick, 25 years old, I'm in the NBA, she's more likely to blow the game up than to play by it. You know, and I think that I think in a situation kind of like Jada and things like that, where those women are famous in their own outrights, they need attention. Just like, I mean, Jada needs attention. And because she knows so much of Will's business, because Gabrielle knows so much of Dwayne's problems, they can't control them women. You know, I mean, at some point they know all your secrets.
It shouldn't even be a matter of control. It should be a matter of respect. I should be able to say to you that you doing this bothers me. And it shouldn't be, well, I know your secrets, and if you push it too far, if you push me too far, I'm gonna tell everybody I know what you did last summer. So if you push me too far, if you keep complaining, they shouldn't feel intimidated that they can't say to their wife, this is too much.
But if a guy meets a girl and she's a stripper, and that's what she does, and she continues to strip while y'all together, it's not right for you to be like, oh, I don't want you stripping now, you with me. You shouldn't have been with a stripper.
But why is not okay to expect somebody to evolve? When you're stripping because you're trying to pay for college, or you're stripping because you're trying to pay your bills, and now you don't have to do that, and I expect you to evolve. Why should you say, when you met me, I was a stripper? Like, I know, but you don't gotta do that no more.
Well, I mean, if I'm talking regular guys. So if a regular guy, like if I meet a stripper and I date a stripper, you know, and she wants to continue stripping, I don't have the right to be like, oh, you can't strip now. That's how you made her. It's like, you know, unless you're gonna save her and take it away, and you know, be like, hey, I'm pretty sure that kind of money is good. So you can't unless you making that kind of money and you're gonna save her, you can't really tell her. And I think Gabrielle's been who she is, and that's the attention she needs. That's how she's gonna make her money. That's how she stays relevant. You know, and I ask myself all the time, it's like, in a case like Dwayne and Gabrielle, Dwayne has more money than he knows what to do with it. Why does she need to do anything? Why does she need to be famous?
I wouldn't say don't do anything. I would say continue to enjoy your craft of acting. But why do you got to be naked on an Instagram post? Like that's like women do that when they're trying to come up, when they're trying to catch a ball, or when they're trying to get noticed, when I'm an Instagram model. Like, why are you even in that category with these women that are doing this because they have no choice, when you have all kind, and we've already seen it all. Like, when does it stop? Like, and I understand, you know,
she needs the validation. She needs to be seen. She needs people to like her. She needs it. And I mean, that's where this society is going. And our generation, like I said, we're the last generation with no social media. And
right, she's our age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's over 45 years old. So I mean, she's older than him. So why? I don't know. I'm not built with the thing of needing attention like that. You know, it's like I don't know. I get it. I get it from certain people. I'm just not built like that. And I was in a situation with the group I was in. I just don't like that attention. You know, it's not. And I don't know. It's just, but people need it. You see it every day on Instagram. They need it. They need that validation. I see people post things every day. It's like you post every day, and you see certain people that just they follow. Like they try to keep you engaged. If y'all have never watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, watch it, because the people who created all these platforms, they're no longer in charge of these things, and they hate that they made this stuff.
Wow.
So
I never watched this. Maybe
check that out. Yes, I mean you don't watch it much TV, but Social Dilemma is really good. So, but
maybe I have to watch that. So that's our time. Oh my goodness. So Jesus, that was just too fast.
My technical difficulty. My computer wants to go. Oh, let's reboot today.
It's okay with that. This is live. This is what live is all about. Live is all about. This is what's gonna happen. Love it or leave it, or leave it. So, what is your final thought for that? Oh, you missed the health and wellness segment. Wait a minute. I'm not. Wait.
Wow. Let's say health and wellness. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking about the same things. We were talking about food earlier. Food, people, your food is poison. Your food is poison. I mean, and they said that 45% of the population is obese, technically. 40 years ago, it was less than 10%. So there's something going on, obviously. So I would challenge everyone. My final thoughts with you guys would make sure you read the labels. Try to cut it out when you can. Because, I mean, now, like I told you, I'm drinking water out of a glass bottle because they found all these, nanoparticles in your water and stuff now. So it's like nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. So stay away from the bad stuff if you can. Yeah, it's hard, but it's, I don't know.
My final thought is, let's just be kind to each other. Like this life is life for all of us. Like all of us. Like we ain't in no Diddy situation, right? But life is life for all of us on some degree. And when you were not here, I said, what you think, what you say, and what you do is a boomerang that's coming back to find you. So when you're looking at people who are going through the hardest time of their life, instead of judging and persecuting, say to yourself, what can I learn from this, right? When I look at Diddy and this whole situation, I say to myself, what can I learn from this? And we can learn, like, what's done in the dark is going to come to light, right? We can also learn that there's always time to change, but there's not time to change because you never know when the guillotine is going to drop. But right now, whatever you're doing, if you're doing something wrong to somebody, if you're living wrong, there's always time to change until there's not time to change. Because I'm sure he thought he had all the time in the world to change. And I'm sure he may have been changing some things in his life. He started to talk about whatever, giving back the royalties to people and, doing little gestures of kindness and giving it to the colleges and all of that. Do the change now. Just say, let me just do this change now. Because we don't want to get to the point where we say, if I only would have done it yesterday.
Yeah.
That's even with, sin and passing away. You don't know the day, the hour, the moment. We were just talking about sleeping with married people. Like, you don't know if you're going to get to be able to say, God, forgive me, if you don't wake up tomorrow morning.
True.
So time is of the essence. That's the final thought. Time is of the essence. You are not promised tomorrow, so do it today.
It definitely is not promised, for sure. And I would say final thought, just to lead on to that, is just, you got, like you said, work on you being a good person, doing the right thing, and stop idolizing these celebrities. They're not special people. They just, like, you go to your job, their job just so happens to be basketball or acting or singing or something. That doesn't make it any different. They're human. So stop idolizing their relationships. Stop idolizing their lifestyle, because to get to that level, you got to give up something and you got to step on somebody's neck to get there. So it's a dog eat dog world. And it's not, I wait for the day that we don't idolize these people. It's just like they just are normal, regular people, and we treat them as such.
Wow. That's a good one. Listen, everybody's a human. Stop idolizing your pastor, your preacher, your mentor, your teacher, these celebrities, because at the end of the day, we all put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time.
Absolutely.
Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. If you want to advertise with us, you can send us an email, info@newunationnetwork.com, info@newunationnetwork.com. If you want to contact us, shoot us a DM or send us an email. If you have any questions for us during our What Would You Do segment, please send us your questions. And don't forget to subscribe to the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. And if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. And we will see you next week, same time, same station. Peace and blessings.